So as your business is growing and you're getting more and more people on your team, you might find that there's some confusions, maybe mistakes being made, and this could all be due to lack of policies and procedures. So let's talk about this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Abby Johnson, joined by Greg Winteregg. We are Matterhorn Business Development, your business mentors and profit advisors. So a big topic of discussion on our calls with our clients is employee manuals, procedures, processes, and all of that. And these are very important to have in place. So first of all, we want to talk about policies. So what is a policy and how do you go about formulating policies?
So the purpose of a policy is to prevent any disagreements. So our vacation policy is this, our sick day policy is that. Salary review policy goes like this. So it's to prevent any disagreements. But also the other thing that policy is there for is to help employees make decisions. So when there's a decision to be made, they know what senior management's policy is. This is our company policy, all right? And if you're in an area and things are being done not the way that you want them to be done, you go, what? In what universe did that make sense, right? So let me use my demonstration piece here. And let's say you have these 3-4 different functions, all right? Now you can tell an employee, well, this is what you do with this, and this is what you do with this, and this is what you do with this. But if it's not in writing, don't be surprised that this comes along and they go, let's see, I think boss said to do this. You didn't write it down and you didn't have a policy. So now if it's all written down and this is our policy, then when this comes along, oh yeah, our policy is I do this. And it's very, very evident. So the idea here now is whenever there's a question that an employee, that a manager has, you at the top as the CEO, as the owner, you're responsible to make sure that there's something in writing that gives that employee direction, and we're trying to remove the decision-making process out of it. And if it's in writing and they take this and they do that with it, then you say, let's go back over here to our policy manual or our procedure manual, which Abby's going to cover next. And we say, now we said that this goes like this. And go, oh, right, duh. And now you just refer them back to your policy and there's no debate. Otherwise, there can be a big argument. So like, what'd you do this for? Well, I don't know. That's how I've always done it in every other company I've worked at. And my dad used to own a company just like this. And we always did it like that. But I told you about this. Yeah, but I don't know. I think this is better. There's this whole big debate. So if you have your policy manual, while you're training them, if they're going to disagree with doing it like that, then they get fired and you go on to the next person. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, so policy is kind of the overarching guiding light of the company, and you need them for every area, not just vacation policies, but like you said, other decisions. I was in a finance area and I had to write all the policies and procedures for that area. So I had to determine when I came across something, I had to learn, okay, I'm never doing that. Even something as simple as we never buy from Office Depot because they have the higher prices all the time, and we have special prices from Staples, where someone might be like, well, I found this deal on the Office Depot website, so I ordered it from there. But they didn't know that we have a special representative to go to that could beat that price. Something as simple as that.
And you had to put that in writing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now next would be procedures. This is more tactical, the actual step-by-step of how you do something. And we actually have another video which is really great on business process improvement. So we will link that below. That goes even more into detail into this. But really the gist is you need to be recording the steps of how you do something. And let me tell you, I've had to do this before the age of Zoom, and it was a nightmare, and I had to write down every single step and click here and click there and do this. And You can do that. You can type things out on a document.
Screenshots.
I had to make screenshots in my Word document, and it was just so tedious. So what is great about this day and age of technology is you can video almost anything you do. You can set up a video like this where you're talking to the camera. You know, let's say you're training a salesperson. You can, you know, talk it out to a camera of what you would normally say with that person in front of you. Or if you were in a position like I was, where it was very like, click here and go here and do this on the computer, there are now screen sharing technology that you can use on like any computer. Back a few years, even just a few years ago, not every computer could do that. But I would recommend either a software called Loom, which is Loom, and that will screen record your computer. You can narrate it. You can have your face on the screen. You cannot have your face on the screen. And what's great about Loom is it creates a shareable link. So you can just record the video. You don't have to worry about uploading it to the cloud or anything. It already has a link that you can share to an employee or put in a manual or something like that. Another option is Zoom, which most people are using these days. And you can just go into a Zoom room, and there's Loom, Zoom room. These are all things you can use. But you can go into a Zoom room by yourself and record the session, share your screen, and just narrate what you're doing. And then the other part of this is I also just recommend doing this while you're actually doing the task. If you say, wow, I have 10 invoices to enter right now into QuickBooks, then record yourself doing it in real time. That way you're being productive as you're recording the procedure.
Yeah, and let's talk about time before we end this, because we make this recommendation all the time with our clients, like, I don't have time for this. Well, first of all, whatever you're complaining about, you know, the inefficiency, the lack of productivity, that's just going to be eternal unless you take time right now to write the policy and record the procedure. So like Abby just said, with these tools that are available now with Zoom and Loom and recording, we even have one client that bought a GoPro. And now when that client is teaching a procedure to a new technician, somebody else is recording it. So you've got to get smart enough to get all of this recorded in some manner. You can even dictate it while you're driving around in your car, and you can pay people. You can go to Fiverr or wherever, and you can send them your recording and they will type it for you. So there's all kinds of ways now to put this in writing, to record it digitally in some manner. So you have no excuse right now. You need policy and you need procedure.
Yes, don't use time as an excuse not to do this. So, if you want to join the Matterhorn family and learn more about our specific strategies that we're using to help businesses grow, I highly recommend joining our YouTube membership program. If you click the join button, it'll give you the details of different levels of membership, but we are making exclusive content for our members that we do not talk about anywhere else on our channel. So we really want to see you inside the membership, and otherwise we'll see you in the next video.